Welcome back. So in my previous video I had given you 15 sentences regarding this lesson, as soon as, no sooner, and in this video I am going to discuss with the answers. I hope you have solved the exercise, and by this video you are going to check your sentences and you will come to know how much you have grasped the lesson. So here I go with the solutions. The very first sentence which I had given you was, as soon as I started for the office, it began to rain. And I told you to begin with no sooner. So what you have to see is the tense. The tense is past tense. So you can make it either with did or with had. So what will be the sentence? No sooner did I start for the office than it began to rain. I hope you remember. The second part does not change at all. Or you can also write the answer like, no sooner had I started for the office than it began to rain. No sooner did I start, because did takes first form and had takes third form. No sooner did I start, or no sooner had I started. Sentence number 2. As soon as the bell rings, children run out. So what we have to say is the tense, rings, present tense. And how many? The subject is singular, bell, only one bell. So as soon as the bell rings, no sooner does the bell ring, not sy, because this s has been shifted to this s. So whenever we write does, we do not write s with the verb. So what will be the answer? No sooner does the bell ring than, THAN, remember, children run out. Just a revision. I have to explain everything in detail in my video. Sentence number 3. As soon as the sun rose over the hills, the fog disappeared. And I told you to begin with hardly. So hardly had the sun, I had given you the sun rose. Third form of rose, past participle, risen. So hardly had the sun risen over the hills when the fog disappeared. You know, with hardly we always use when. And with scarcely, just a revision. With scarcely we use mostly before, or we can also use when. There is an option over here, but with hardly we only use when. And both these words take had along with it. Sentence number 4. As soon as the teacher went out of the class, the students started talking. And I told you to begin with scarcely. So scarcely had the teacher gone out of the class. The third form of went is gone. Scarcely had the teacher gone out of the class before the students started talking. Sentence number 5. As soon as he got onto the bus, the driver started the engine and we began the long journey. Past tense. No sooner did he go on to the bus, got, the present tense is get, got. No sooner did he get on to the bus than the driver started the engine and we began the long journey. So it was a long sentence, just to confuse you. Sentence number 6. The child disappeared as the bus stopped. Yes, please pay attention. Most of the children make it in hurry and they say, I told you to make it with the child disappeared, to make it with hardly. And you started hardly had the child disappeared when the bus stopped. No, that is wrong. As soon as किसके साथ लगा है? Bus के साथ लगा है. You remember, as soon as starting में होता है तो we make it with hardly. Now, as soon as bus के साथ लगा है, as soon as is given in the center. So this is a tricky sentence when as soon as is given in the center. So इसका जब आंसर बनेगा, this will come here. It will be hardly had the bus stopped when the child disappeared. This is a common mistake made by most of the students. And the teacher deliberately gives as soon as in the center. Take care next time if you have gone wrong. Next sentence. As soon as the election results were out, the victory procession started. So we were supposed to make with no sooner. No sooner. Now again, as soon as the election results were out. Did I write this? No, I have not written. Were. So this time the helping verb were is given. So we need not use did or had over here. It will be made with the word were only. So no sooner were the election results out than the victory procession started. Next sentence. I got the message. Immediately I went to his house. Now the word immediately is given. Immediately means उसी वक्त. उसी वक्त का क्या मतलब होता है? As soon as, या no sooner, या hardly, या scarcely, whatever the sentence is asked. So I told you, you are supposed to make this sentence with as soon as. So I got the message. Immediately I went to his home. As soon as I got the message. Now you will not write the word immediately. Why? Because immediately की जगह we have written as soon as. तो क्या बन जाएगा? As soon as I got the message, I went to his house. That will be the solution. Got it? Next sentence. We had hardly reached the market when it started raining. And hardly was given in the center, no problem, and that is the third word. So we're supposed to make with as soon as. As soon as we reached the market, comma, it started raining. Next, the signal was given and at once the army marched. This is the sentence, and I told you to begin with as soon as and no sooner. The signal was given. As soon as the signal was given, comma, the army marched. ये नहीं आएगा, इसकी जगह क्या word आ गया? As soon as. As soon as the signal was given, comma, the army marched. And next one will be, no sooner was the signal given. Again, there will be no did or had. Na did लगेगा ना had लगेगा. Why? Because a helping verb is given. यहाँ helping verb नहीं दिया हुआ था. So we use did or had. So no sooner was the signal given than the army marched. At once नहीं लगेगा. Remember this. Sentence number 12. As soon as I arrived, I had a cup of tea. Upon arriving, comma, I had a cup of tea. This was a little different, but it came under this lesson as it began with as soon as. Next, we all stood up as soon as the chief guest arrived. No sooner had the chief guest arrived than we all stood up. Again, remember, as soon as center में दिया हुआ है. Right? Sentence number 14. No sooner did he go to bed than he fell asleep. Scarcely had he gone to bed before he fell asleep. And sentence number 15. We had not even walked 1 kilometer when they stopped us. Hardly had we walked 1 kilometer when they stopped us. So you should check your score. How much have you scored out of 15? These are the common mistakes made by the students. If you have done this, if you have committed these mistakes, please note them down and don't try to do it again. So do write your score in my comment section so that I come to know how much you have scored. Right? Give a thumbs up to my video, and I will be again coming with the next video on next lesson of transformation of sentences. Bye bye.